The Community Table Restaurant Online Sports Report. Action highlights brought to you by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting Victor Valley teams and athletic programs. The Victor Valley College Rams defeat Los Angeles Harbor in overtime to make it 2 wins in a row. The 85-82 victory requires a come-from-behind effort in overtime after the Rams squander a 14-point lead early and a 16-point lead late in the game. Tristen Angelo leads Rams scorers with 23 points. Joe Rushing, coming off a 43-point performance in the Rams' previous game, scores 15. The Rams' sophomore explains ingredients contributing to the team's first back-to-back wins of the season.
Just the effort, the heart. We come into practice every day trying to, keep our heads up. Even though our record isn't what we want it to be, we still just put hard work in every day, and it pays off on the court.
The Rams start out like they will blow out the Seahawks, scoring the first 13 points of the game. Garrett White opens the scoring with the 3 after 2 minutes of scoreless play. Tristen Angelo to Garrett White, 3. 6-0 VVC, 3 minutes in. Tristen Angelo from Teon McCarter, 3. And it is 9-0 VVC. Teon McCarter enters the 3 parade, assists Joe Rushing, 12-0 Rams, prompting Los Angeles Harbor's second timeout already, 4.5 minutes in. Teon McCarter will score 16 this game. The first Los Angeles Harbor basket does not come until 5.5 minutes in and comes on points off a turnover. Joe Rushing gets 3 the hard way, the drive shot in traffic, +1. And it is 15-4 Rams. The sophomore southpaw is coming off a 43-point game. The Rams' 79-64 victory at Miramar. Joe Rushing gets this 3 on the shot beyond the arc. The Rams get their own points off turnovers. Garrett White's breakaway gives VVC a 19-7 lead 8 minutes into the first half. The Rams' exhibition on outside shooting accuracy resumes with Teon McCarter's second 3 of the game. This moves the Rams up by 14, 23-9. 4 seconds on the shot clock. T. McC to D'Anthony Moore to Garrett White, who beats the buzzer, banging it in, and the Rams respond to a 6-0 Seahawks run with another 3. 11 of the team's first 26 points off the hand of the sharpshooting Garrett White. D'Anthony Moore comes off the bench to give the Rams their first points off the offensive boards. D'Anthony Moore, the 6'4 freshman who was playing for the Adelanto Saints this time last year. More firepower off the bench. Aubrey Fisher for 3, and the Rams' lead is back to 13, 31-18. Aubrey Fisher, 5'10 freshman from Yucaipa. Typical strong power play inside in heavy traffic by the 6'5 Joe Rushing. Brian Katz becomes the 6th Ram to hit from beyond the arc the first half. The 6'2 Brian Katz is a former Silverado Hawk. 15 is Brian Katz. 5, sophomore Matthew Duty. Fight for the loose ball. After the offensive rebound, Los Angeles Harbor comes away with the ball. Garrett White, 2, back on defense with 33, the 6'8 Gavin Rosander. It is Nathan Clark, another Adelanto Saints freshman, coming up with the ball this time and bringing it coast to close out the scoring the first half. The Rams' lead at the intermission is 11, 38-27. Tristen Angelo feeds Garrett White on the fast break basket to open scoring the second half. The 6'2 sophomore out of San Antonio finishes the night with 18. Tristen Angelo to Gavin Rosander. Tristen Angelo follows up with the basket. 43-31 Rams. When Tristen Angelo sizes up the Seahawks' zone defense, drops back and hits the 3, the Victor Valley College lead is 54-43, 6 minutes into the second half. Garrett White, the assist to Teon McCarter, 57-47 VVC. Floor general Garrett White to Teon McCarter, and it is 59-50 with 11.5 minutes to play in regulation. Teon McCarter again, this time for 3, and the VVC lead is back up to 13, 65-52. Teon McCarter is a sophomore out of Greenville, North Carolina. Tristen Angelo drives the baseline and scores 67-53. The 6'2 freshman is out of DME Academy in Redlands. When Tristen Angelo hits the technical foul free throw, it gives the Rams their biggest lead, 16 points, 69-53. The Seahawks keep exploiting the weak underbelly of the Rams' zone defense and begin the long road back to getting back into the game. This basket cuts the 16-point lead in half. It's 69-61. LA Harbor points, beating the Rams back, cut the lead to 6, 71-65 with 3.5 to play. 71-68 on the 3. It's been a 15-2 run by the Seahawks. Tristen Angelo gets the basket against the LA's Harbor zone, breaking the Seahawks' run and making it 73-68 VVC. The Seahawks' basket at the baseline makes it a 1-point game with just under a minute to go in regulation. It's 73-72. The last Rams point in regulation comes on the Joe Rushing free throw, 75-73. LA Harbor ties the score on a pair of free throws of their own, and we head into overtime. The visiting Seahawks score the first 5 points in overtime. The Joe Rushing 3 off the Tristen Angelo assist pulls Victor Valley College within 2, 80-78. Tristen Angelo's basket ties the game at 80. Tristen Angelo again off the drive, and the Rams go ahead 82-80. LA Harbor will tie the game on free throws. It will be free throws that provide Victor Valley College with the margin of victory. 2 in a row from Garrett White, 84-82 Rams with 1 minute to play. DeAnthony Moore, the former Adelanto Saint, scores the final point of the contest. Joe Rushing, the defensive rebound. Garrett White races down trying to beat the game-ending buzzer. The Rams have their first back-to-back victories of the young season, snapping an LA Harbor 2-game winning streak. The final 85-82. The victory, the first for the Rams in 3 overtime games.
The Community Table Restaurant Online Sports Report. Action highlights brought to you by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting Victor Valley teams and athletic programs.